you are. I don't make opening statements, so I'm here.
How would you characterize the way that game went?
Well, you know what now you opened this up for me, so you know. Playground days, okay? You want to stay on the playground. You got to figure out a way how to beat the other team. So you're watching, you got next, meaning after that game's over, you and 4 guys are going out there to play. I was always one of those guys that was going, all right, look, I got him. I'm going to make him go left. I'll make him go right. You don't let him catch the ball in the post. You do, and they're slow. We can beat them down the court, or they're fast. So we got to make sure we're helping out on ball pressure. So that was a game where Steve said, all right, look, here's what we're going to do. He had a plan. They worked their plan. We made enough shots to get it done. And just, I love playing in those kind of games. Because, you know, we've played in, what was the Virginia score last year?
48-38.
What was this one?
49.
About the same. And, you know, so for me, it's okay. Also, it helps our guys to work on some things for angles, ball fakes, touching the middle, moving the ball. So it's okay. I enjoyed it.
How did you like how they played against the zone overall? Did you get
Oh, there's some things we could have done better, but, you know, by having smaller players like our team back in '01 with Mike Wilkinson at center at 6'7", I mean, I coached a team like this. You know, there are things you can do with smaller, quicker guys to rotate and do some things. So the size enabled us to get some offensive boards, of course, but also their quickness kept us from getting direct lanes to the basket.
Well, you always talk about how on nights when the shots aren't falling, you got to do other things. Defense, 50-50 balls. Did you like how that?
Yeah, I like right away. Josh started out with that one dive on the floor to get the loose ball, and then, you know, I didn't think we did that Wednesday night, which is not our personality. So I thought we played harder, and when things aren't really just 2 more threes. So that would be 10. That'd be 30 points on 30 shots, and that's 50% from the floor. So we were off a little, but because we took so many, it looks like we were really bad from 3. But really, hit 2 more, and you're at the point that you always want to be. 1 point per shot on the threes.
Did you take too many? Did you think is 30 too many, or is that just the way? They were
That's
playing?
the way it played out. Maybe there was a couple times we could have touched the post, but you know, throwing it in there. They were very aggressive with their hands, and sometimes it didn't come out. And there were turnovers. So I think a couple guys got a little leery about getting the ball in the paint.
Well, did you like what Sam was able to give you in other areas? He only got 2 points, but on offensive line.
Yeah, no, actually, he played some D. He got on the glass. He was active. And, you know, it's kind of one of those games where we could play basically those 7 because of the pace. So I didn't feel, you know, Vito's practiced well. Vito's helped us in some other games, but as far as with Sam being able to play and was cleared to play, you know, a guy like Vito might have had some of those minutes, but Sam gave us some good minutes.
Coming off the drama and the disappointment of the Duke game, how did you feel your team responded to the next game?
Are you an English major? Drama. Was Shakespeare reporting on this?
A lot of national guys there, a lot of attention in the game.
That's, hey, they were in Madison having a good time. I know business picked up downtown, so that was exciting. Hey, that was a game. The other team played well. They got good players. They're going to be, I think, these will be pretty good this year. We didn't do some things well, but hey, we come back in here and have to grind through a game like this. You gotta like my guys. I got good guys. They did what they had to do to come in here and get one.
Well, how impressive is the composure your guys show just on a night in, night out basis. You look at the game today, they pull within 2, and then all of a sudden you guys go on that run and, pretty much grab control. Is that impressive to you, seeing that?
Well, again, this is not as an experienced team for, Marquette, but, and will we always be able to let a 9-point lead get to a 2 and then come back? No, that doesn't always happen, but yeah, Trey's been through a lot, Josh has been through a lot at the guard position, and the same thing with our front line. For them to maintain their composure when the coach was pulling his hair out, yeah, I thought that was pretty good. I'm proud of my guys.
Well, we've seen Gosser play a lot of years. Does he just do the thing you need at the time? It seemed like those 2-3 quarters in particular in the first half were right when you needed it.
Yeah, we really needed those. That's a good point. First half seems like so long ago. But yeah, his 2 stare downs excited the other guy, got the other guys moving a little bit. Yeah. And Josh never gets cheated. He never gets cheated.
Coach, what was your level of concern to start off the second half when you picked up 3 defensive fouls and 2 offensive fouls right out of the gates, and Marquette was able to get the bonus pretty quickly?
Well, you're never happy with that, but sometimes, you commit fouls, and they're good fouls. If you're discouraging a player to get to the rim, or if you're trying to make sure that you get into a hustle opportunity and it goes against you, that's okay. And with the zone, they weren't going to foul a lot. So I felt pretty good about where we were with about 3-4 minutes to go, knowing that they were going to have to foul. So you can't change it once it happens. But that's that point that the gentleman here made about having guys that didn't let that bother them.
Well, can you give me your impressions of this Marquette team compared with the last 5 or 6 that you might have seen?
I've never done that. I know here's a young man that gets an opportunity to have a head coaching job. He's embraced it. He's working it. He's right down the road. I remember watching him play. I got all the respect in the world for him. So this is all good stuff. I think they're going to be fine. They get some size back. So I think they're in pretty good shape, but I never compare. I don't do that.
Thanks.
Thanks, Coach.
Questions?
Coach, how would you characterize the way that game went?
I thought it was a hard-fought game. I thought it was a defensive battle. Certainly wasn't a thing of beauty on either end offensively, but I think you need to credit both teams' defense. And I thought we played really good defense on them, and they certainly played really good defense on us. And we have to continue to get better offensively in terms of our execution so we can score on an outstanding defensive team like Wisconsin.
Steve, that's a team that generally does pretty well against zones because they pass so well and they get in the middle. What did you do today to kind of get them out of their comfort zone?
I thought our guys played really hard and were tremendously active in the zone. Our zone has been a good defense for us. It's been disruptive. I think we have pretty good quickness as a team. And I thought we were able to make them uncomfortable offensively. And they score a vast majority of their points in the paint and at the free throw line. And so we wanted to try to protect our paint, and we wanted to try to play them without fouling and make them shoot contested jump shots. And I thought overall, we were able to do a pretty good job on that defensively. Again, I thought our offense let us down. And but we're not a juggernaut offensively by any stretch. I mean, we have one guy on our team who has been an established college scorer, Matt Carlino, and the rest of the guys are trying to find their offensive identity. The thing we can't do, the thing that I thought hurt us the most on offense, were poor decisions that led to some really tough shots when we should have kicked or made one more pass, or turnovers. And when you analyze the box score, they scored a third of their points off of our turnovers. And for a team that isn't still learning who they are offensively, you cannot turn the ball over.